Today we're going to try and figure out which troop is weaker, the Imperial Conscripts or the Orcs Grot gang. To figure this out, I'll be having them fight each other, both in their ranged stance and in their melee stance through multiple rounds with different variations between the two. I want you to keep in mind that what I show reflects the results I got for each scenario most consistently after multiple test rounds not recording. Here we have Imperial Conscripts. As you can see, their stats are pretty weak and there's only 6 to them in a squad when you first spawn them. And then here we have the Grots. You might notice their stats are actually worse and they start with less people, but they do scale much better endgame. Alright, now that we've done that, we're going to reinforce the Imperial Conscripts to their max squad size of 16. And we will also give the Grot gang their full squad size of 30, which is a lot more.
What Imperial Guard are made of. Is that the best you? We can't.
Now to make things a little more fair for the conscripts, we're going to give them the send in the next wave upgrade so they can have a max squad cap of 26. Here we have the standard bearer. His combat capabilities aren't much to talk about. His real purpose is that he's just a cheap troop you can get to increase your squad's morale. Pretty much the commander version of conscripts for the Imperial Guardsmen. Then over here we have the Grot tank. As you can see, it doesn't have any melee attack and only range damage because it is a tank. It is also qualified as an armored vehicle, or classified I should say. As you can see, it has the unique defect of it is the only commander that increases the morale of Gretchen's and Grot gangs. So we're going to give the conscripts the standard bearer, and we're going to give the Grot gangs the Grot tank to boost both of their morales in hopes that they'll fight better. If you remember earlier, I mentioned that the Grot gangs scale better endgame than the Imperial Conscripts do. The reason for this being their two support reinforcements, the gun cart cannon variant and the gun cart zap variant. The cannon variant is more suited to taking out regular infantry, while the zap variant is more suited for just vehicles and buildings. We're going to have two matches now, one where the Grot gangs get 2 cannon carts, and one where they get 2 zap carts. Needless to say, it heavily tilts the outcome in their favor, but we have to do it to show the full potential of the Grot gang compared to the Imperial Conscripts. Well, there you have it. 12 matches done, 6 rounds for melee and 6 rounds for range. Conscripts only won 2 out of all 12 rounds. The main downfall of the conscripts was, in fact, it was mainly just entirely the fact that Imperial Guardsmen, as a whole faction, have very weak morale. Their morale broke way too easily. So the only advantage they really had was that they did more melee damage than the Grots, but it was tossed out the window because of their poor morale. Well, now that our question is answered, the video's over. Thank you for watching, if you watched all of it.
They shooting us! Here they come again!
So apparently if someone goes up and just starts meleeing the Grot tank, it doesn't bother to attack back. Pretty good troop. Good troop, good commander, good morale. This battle specifically is why I put in the editor's note at the beginning. Because for whatever reason, the Imperial Guardsmen, or the conscripts I should say, won this fight. And I did it 10 more times because they won this fight. Because I couldn't understand how they did it. Because they got destroyed every other time I ran this fight. But yeah, I guess once in a blue moon, conscripts can pull out on top.